The week has finally come. I get to take my first steps into the Japanese language learning resource community as not a reviewer, but as a creator. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name, of course, is Chad, and this week we are going over my book, Learn Kanji with Yokai. A book that is, frankly, 7 months in the making. It was a project I did with my friend Svetlana Kulagina, who also was a part of the coloring book that we made. After months and months of hard work and a publishing hiccup that made us kind of have to rush out the release, it hit number 2 in our category. So not a bestseller, but close. And I'm very proud of that. So I want to share with you guys something that I spent way too much time on, but that I'm very, very proud of every single minute that I put into it. I don't think we need to wait anymore. Let's just dive right into this. Alrighty, ready for this one? This is Across the Room. Hit! Yeah, that was pretty good! Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hands-On Table. Finally, I've been waiting for this one just genuinely forever. I should have done this a long time ago, but due to some hiccups, we're gonna do it live now. As I told you in the intro, this one is special. This is finally my introduction into the learning Japanese space. Learn Kanji with Yokai is my kind of first step into the Japanese learning space, and I could not have done it without the help of Miss Kulagina. She's a good friend of mine. She was a part of the team that did the Russian fairy tale books, both the coloring book and the actual translation of the real book. And after we were done, we were just kind of like, that was a lot of fun. Do you want to try and do this with something that's more in my wheelhouse? Because I am no son of the motherland, so we decided to do something with Japanese because she also really enjoys the culture over there. And this is kind of what we birthed. Essentially, it's a really simple concept of a book, so this review won't take long. However, I finally get to say this for myself. If you would like to check out this book, if this is something that you guys would like to purchase, go support the author. Man, it feels good to finally do that, not from fear of copyright, but because I own the copyright and I can send people to support me. But yeah, I would love to make more of these books. This actually had a really nice release. We hit number 2, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but to me, that's meaningful. So if you guys would like to pick this up, it is on sale right now for $6.99 on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description down below, but let's go over what this is actually about. If you can tell on the backside, frankly, this kind of gives it all away, but you learn to write their names, you can read about their stories, you can color their pictures, and you can enjoy their company. That was more for fun. But let's take a peek into what the book's all about. The introduction page is a little bit messy, so I'm just gonna let you guys read this whenever you want, but we're gonna go over what everything is in this book right now. It's also really refreshing because I can show as much of this book as I want, and I don't have to worry about like copyright issues because it's my book. Who will take from me? So this should immediately strike you and be like, wow, this is not at all what I expected, Chad. I was expecting maybe a textbook or resource book. That's because I wanted something that was very, very different. As far as I'm concerned, I have reviewed, I'm either probably the channel that has the most resource reviews on it, or I'm pretty freaking close. I have gone through all the major books, all the major dictionaries, at least currently. And I think that they're all great. Like, I have no need to supplement or to put out what's already really good. I really respect and honor a lot of the people that are making this content for us. So I wanted to do something that was true to what I am. I'm funny, I like to teach, I'm humble, and I love Japanese. So how could all that come together? And when we decided to do this, I think yokai are just super unique and interesting, and they really are such a window into what the culture's all about. Any culture's fairy tales, their myths, their legends, it really is tinted and flavored both by the language, the local culture, and the people, as well as the history. So what better place to start than Long-Necked Woman and the various other versions that we have here. So every book is set up, or every page is set up exactly the same. So that's what's nice about formatting. I can go over one page and tell you just about everything that you need to know about this. So let's start with, as the English say, the roku be. Essentially, every page starts with a romanization of how to pronounce the name, then how the name is actually written with the kanji. You get maybe a small picture in every frame that has something mildly to do with whatever that creature happens to be. Then part of what we did was we wrote a small subsection. It's not, again, this is not dictionary learning. This is meant to be funny and give you just a slight piece of what this yokai is about. There's a lot more history and depth. This is not a Wikipedia article copied and pasted in here, but it was meant to be kind of fun and just give you a small snapshot about what this yokai means, maybe where it came from, the region, the culture, how it developed. It's all different throughout the book. And once you're done there, you get a section where you get the chance to learn how to write the name and how to read the name. And so if you can see, each section here is actually written out to show you, you know, the old English, right? The ro, ku, ro, kubi. So it gives you the reading of the hiragana, if there's any katakana or kanji, whatever it is, it'll help you read all of those out and show you where those splits are. Then it gives you, if there happens to be a special meaning, it'll give you one under it. Kubi for neck, if that wasn't, you know, blatantly obvious there. Wow, that was kind of like a maze. So it'll give you a little bit of kanji work, some kana work, some stroke order, some meaning, that type of thing that usually ties in with the paragraph. But all in all, go have fun and color this. Like, the art in this book is so unbelievably beautiful because the girl who made it is really freaking talented. I mean, just look, she drew this from scratch. And then top and bottom, obviously, we have it in Japanese laid out there and down here. One special thing is, throughout the book, you will come down here to this little bottom section, and it'll give you just, if there's something like here, like a chisaitsu, we have the word pause right there with a little asterisk. You can come down here and get just a little bit of extra information, like, wait, what is this supposed to be? It's a pause, essentially. And we have those kind of periodically throughout the book. Again, this is not meant to be like a textbook where you're learning all the Japanese in the world through it. I wanted to make something that if you have only a mild interest in yokai, maybe you like yokai, but you don't know any Japanese, maybe you're very, very new. Like my mom and sister was people I was thinking about who didn't really have a desire to learn the language, but boy, did they think the culture was cool. I want that person to be able to grab this book, and even if they don't really understand this section, they know what it's called, they know a little bit about it, and then they can color it and get that cultural experience. And likewise, if you're someone that's learning Japanese, the coloring's kind of a benefit, but there's a lot of these. This is a really good example, because if you can look down here and you see that this is ama no ja ku, right? So ku down here, when you flip the page, oh, well, now we're at the oni. This is actually read different. And so we tried to align these up so that way roughly they would build on each other, and you will see kanjis as you go. That might have been the same in the previous pages, but in the newer pages aren't necessarily used that way, and you can kind of see how kanjis change based on the context of the name. This is one of my favorites to also talk about, kind of the love and passion that went into this. So we actually started this book months and months ago. We started right after the release of our previous book, which would have been December. And what we decided was, hey, we want to learn not just a Wikipedia article, not just some yokai dictionary piece about what the yokai is. We want to understand it from the context of the people. And so we put together this massive list of manga, of novels, Wikipedia articles, movies even. And one of the movies that we watched had a scene where this yokai here was kind of dancing around and got the son of some noble in trouble for drawing on the shogi panels. And so we actually included that little cultural tidbit from that movie into our final product. A lot of these are based on bits and pieces of the different media that expressed what these yokai were from a native. And we're just like, that's so cool that they threw on that perspective. We wanted to do that too. And so much of this is inspired by just our love and passion for Japanese media. This one's got to be my favorite picture. I just love, like, it's so, I don't even know what the words are because I'm not an artist, but if you guys are an artist, you probably can look at this and tell me better than I can say, but it's just the art in here alone. If this was just a coloring book, I think it would be worth the $6 that we charge. But on top of that, the Japanese that you get, the information on the yokai that you get, and the fact that there's 85 pages of all of this. For us, we felt that for the price, for what we're giving out, that this would be not only worth the money, this would be worth 2 or 3 of the months of work that went into building this. And that is kind of a core value on my channel is, yeah, this resource might have the info you need, but is it worth it over a cheaper resource or a free resource? And for all of those boxes that I normally check for other people's resources, I did for my own. I said, I want this to be something that would be worth having on a shelf for X of a price 10 times over. And I really feel that for the $6.99, that this is a really brilliant book. If you just love to color, or if you're studying Japanese, even if you're really good at Japanese, some of the kanjis that you have in here are archaic or just really advanced, and there's probably something in here that you didn't know before. So I'm really proud of this book. I'm super proud of Svetlana for all the art that she did. You guys should leave her a compliment down below. She worked just tirelessly for hours and hours on all these, just doing them and redoing them and adding things. She is a tremendous partner in this. This did not happen without her, let's put it that way. So let's all give a thumbs up for Svetlana. Thank you so much for everything that you do. If you guys would like to purchase this, it's actually available from lots of retail stores. But the main one that's good for online, I have Amazon links down below. You guys can go check these out on Amazon. Other than that, let's go back to Studio Chad and let's finish this guy strong. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Learn Kanji with Yokai. I'm super happy that I made this. I'm really proud of it. And yeah, obviously all of my thoughts on it are going to be what my thoughts are. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you guys are interested in it, if you like the format of it, maybe you want more books done like this. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments involving the book, me, my handsome shaven face, please leave them down below. I do personally read all of them. If you like this video, consider liking it down below. It tells the YouTube algorithm, hey, there's something here. There's something creeping through the grass of the YouTube algorithm that we're actually really excited for here. If you guys like this video, check out any of my other resource reviews, all of my other videos on Japan. I have over 400 on this channel, and if that sounds like something that you guys would like, go ahead and maybe consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and I put out videos like this every single week. Stay after the outro. I have a special outro just for those subscribed. So for you not subscribed, love hard, love deep. I do love you, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye. Alright, so you stayed through. That means you're subscribed, right? Because you have to be subbed to be a part of this section. Clearly you're subscribed. So, thank you for being subscribed. I really appreciate you. We're hitting that 20K number here shortly, so thank you guys so much. I announced last week that yes, I am going on vacation. I'm going to the wonderful former Soviet Republic of Georgia. Frankly, because it's open. Most European countries still make you kind of wait. They either won't let you in, as I'm an American, or they make you do like a 8-day or 2-week or whatever waiting period. Georgia doesn't, and I would love to go to Japan if they would open, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Plus, if I went to Japan, it wouldn't even be a vacation. I'd be working 8 days a week. I just would be trying to make up for a year and a half stuck overseas. So, I just need to breathe out, so I'm going to a very dirt cheap country with nice beaches, history, things that I'm interested in, good food, nice people, and I'm just gonna go there for 2 weeks and chill. Now, I'm not taking all of the stuff I normally do when I make videos of being a tourist, and frankly, I'm trying to not make videos. I want to go relax. But it is going to be a really beautiful and cool country. I'm excited to go check it out, so I'll film something and stuff that I'm doing. So maybe there will be a video when I come home. Not that you guys have to watch it or be interested. It'll be in addition to a Japanese video. If you guys just want to see what it's like, it's actually really sick. I didn't expect the Caucasian Mountains. It looks really cool. I'm excited to go there. I will be there I'm leaving for there in 9 days. So you got one more video with me. It'll be a textbook review. Not textbook. I think a grammar book review. I don't know. It's coming on the way anyways. And then I'll be over there. So if I don't write back or if it takes me a bit to get to the Discord messages, my comments, that's why. But thank you so much for giving me a chance to go take a breather and a rest. I appreciate you guys so much, especially you subscribers. You are just beautiful people. I need to practice my bad foreigner accent for when I go overseas. Have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you all so much. I'll see you next week. And then when I'm on the beach, I promise, I'll be thinking of you in a bikini. All right, I'll see you.